Hi guys, welcome to this Excel course. In this video, I'm gonna take a very quick look at some of the keyboard shortcuts that I find most useful in Excel. I'm gonna start with some of most used editing shortcuts. So these are your copy and paste shortcuts and how to do things like insert a new worksheet. So to copy a cell, you click on the cell and use keyboard shortcut Ctrl+C. Then to paste this cell into a new cell, select where you want to paste it into and use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+V. Now this will copy and paste everything that's in your original cell into your new cell, including any formulas, formats, as well as text and any comments. If you don't want everything in your cell to pass the new cell, you might want to use your best special shortcut. So that is the Ctrl+Alt+V, and will bring up your best special box where you can select exactly what you want to copy. So if you only want to copy the values over, click OK and your cell has copied. Just the body uses just the text that is in the original cell. We do that again, Ctrl+V. If we want to say just do the format, select your formats, click OK. And you will see it's just copied over this green color. One thing that can make the past special shortcuts a little bit quicker to use, if you select your cell, hit Ctrl+V, and then you will notice that each of these options has one letter of it underlined. So if we click V, it will pop up the values number 1. If we hit C, it will pop up the comments 1. So if you want to paste special just your values, hit V and then enter and it will do that. So doing it much quicker, Ctrl+Alt+V, V and then enter, and your values are pasted much quicker than having to go through clicking individually. And click into it. If you want to cut out and move it somewhere else in your workbook, the shortcut is Ctrl+X and then paste it somewhere else with your Ctrl+V. It will move everything that is in your original cell over, including all your formats. Another editing shortcut that I found useful is F2, which is basically enters into your cell and message edit without having to either double click in the cell or click into your formula bar. You can also use the shortcut Shift plus F2 if you want to add comments into your cell. So I'm just undoing those last few steps. Another editing shortcut is the shortcut to insert a new worksheet, which is Shift F11, and that will insert a new worksheet to the left of the one that you are in. So we'll just delete that again. To final keyboard shortcuts that you should be aware of are those that allow you to copy the cell either above or the left or the one that you are in. So if you hold Ctrl+D, it will fill down, so it will copy exact what is in the cell above and further down. And equally Ctrl+R copy exactly what the right of it. Moving into our formatting shortcuts, some of the easy ones to remember: Ctrl+B makes your text bold, Ctrl+E makes it italic, and Ctrl+U will underline your text, so that works for whatever cell you are in. If you select multiple cells, so Ctrl+B, it will make everything in the cells in bold. It's also useful to know how to undo the keyboard, which is Ctrl+Z, and obviously press it as many times as you need to go back a number of steps. If you go back too far and decide you actually want to redo the most recent moves, the shortcut is Ctrl and Y. I'm doing that again with our Ctrl and Z. Another one of the formatting shortcuts that I use most is if we select a cell, go Ctrl+1, It brings up your format cell box, where you can not only select how you want your number formatted, also change the elements of your cell, change your front end here, put borders on cells, change the fill style, or add protection to your cell. This is helpful when you want to prevent people from changing certain things in your worksheet, and you want to lock it and have certain cells that can't be changed. We'll touch it again in the lecture video. There are other formatting shortcuts that can be useful for most people. I don't personally use some of these, but for example, if we have 0.5 in a cell and we want to change it into percentage, Control Shift percentage will also not only change the format. I personally find it easier to just use Ctrl+1, go to my number tab and select what I want. But some people find this other keyboard shortcut useful. So if you would like some more information in this kind of formatting shortcut, move into navigation in your workbook. Obviously, we can navigate with the arrows. So if you have got named ranged in your workbook, I don't currently have any in this, but Ctrl+G bring up the go-to box, which can allow you if we have got multiple work tabs, which and say make tabs in them. You can quickly flip between different sheets and find what you are looking for. There are then a quick shortcut for selecting things like in the entire row. So if we click in the cell and hold shift in the space bar, it will select your entire row. And in a similar manner, control space bar, select your entire column. A useful to insert a row in your workbook is the shortcut Control Shift Plus, and you get this insert so you can either just insert your cell or can insert an entire row or an entire column. Equally, if we actually have selected an entire row and hold Control Shift Plus, it will actually just automatically insert the row. And similarly, Control Shift Plus will automatically put a column into the left. The final few shortcuts are all relating to saving your files. Open a new one, Ctrl+S saves your files. F12 bring up your save as box. Control and End will open a new workbook, and Ctrl+O will bring up your open workbook, where you can see workbooks that you have been recently working in. If you want to quickly close a file, click Ctrl+F4. Will it close it down? It's not one personally that I use very often, but some people might find it that one is useful. Two final shortcuts which I constantly use is where I might want to enter either the current day or the current time in workbook. And do this, it's Control and the semicolon for the current date and Control Shift plus colon for the current time. So that is some of Excel shortcuts that I personally find most useful. Hopefully you have learned something new today. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.